Oh shit, Young Doge in the building.
Yes, sir. What it do, baby? What it do?
What's good, bro?
Not much. How you doing? How you living?
Good, you know, a little crusty.
A little crusty.
Haven't gotten a haircut in like 6 weeks. My barber's on vacation. Decided not to let us know. Thank you, RJ. I appreciate that.
That's nice, RJ.
Must be nice. Fucking vacation.
I thought RJ was next to me.
I'm fighting a sneeze right now, but we got Patreon roll call. Nick Chavez, Christopher Velasquez, Daniel Gibson, Derek Plates, Devin Rondon, Jake Powers, Corey Johnson Hoops, Ryan Pisner, Mike Wozniak. We're done with this. Oh, allergy. Do you get allergies?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not like yours, because you look like you're ready to cry.
Yeah, my eyes. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It's all right, though. They look good.
It's early in the afternoon. I offered you Hennessy, and you're like, nah, man, it's not early.
No, that's not my thing.
It's not, right?
Nah, not this early.
Yeah.
Maybe at like midnight. We're feeling a good vibe. But not at 11.
Nah. We got a workout to go do later too. Okay, listen.
Yes,
this
sir.
one is gonna be fun.
Okay.
I did this on Locker Room, so I host those rooms I was telling you about on Locker Room, and I did a bunch of like over unders and shit. But overrated, underrated, I should specify. And we used to do this way back in the day with the guys on the show. We would get a lot of good feedback, and they get like really craziness, a lot of wild ones. So I figured bring it back, man.
Let's do it.
We needed an episode for today, and I figured why not? Young Habibi. Question.
I'm excited for this, yes.
I'm not paying for any more vacations, apparently, right?
You're not. Let's see how it goes tomorrow, and we'll see. But it's been a good one so far. It's been a good couple of months, and hopefully it goes up a little more so I don't have to work myself.
Yeah.
That's it.
Your dream job would be not to work, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like working because it keeps me busy.
Yeah, but
everyone's dream is to enjoy life without working.
You have one of my favorite group chat moments of my life.
Tell me about it.
That one day you complained about when you were working way back. Not the job that you're at now. There's like 3 jobs ago, and you're like, oh my God, can you believe this lady fucking asked me to come in to work tomorrow? We're like, Ahmed, it's Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. No shit, she wants you to work,
bro.
It
was like I was working 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. I was surprised and pissed that she wanted me to come in on the day I worked.
Mind you, it was like maybe March, so it wasn't even like a summer day.
And I was just starting my career too, so it was
like 2 months into work.
Yeah,
I can't believe she's asking me. The nerve! Like, it's gonna be Wednesday, bro.
That's hysterical. I've grown a lot since then. That's funny.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you too, man.
Thank you.
In the gym and shit. You know, I told you how you proved me wrong.
You know what's funny? I was thinking about this. Is the last podcast we did together, which was only a couple months ago.
Yeah.
We were literally talking about how much I hated the gym and how I would never work out.
Yeah.
And here I am now. I mean, I work out, but I still...
Yeah, dude, it's not going to happen
of course.
Night, you know?
Course, but it's just...
And also, when it's sustained for a long period of time, that's when results also sustain.
Yeah, like, right? I'm barely fitting in this jean jacket right now.
People that drop like 40 pounds in a month, like that shit is never good. Like, it's good for that moment, but you're going to put that shit back on. That's why I've been able, when I got up to my heaviest, like now I'm probably... So I had lost like close to 55 pounds. Now I've lost like close to 45 pounds from when I started.
Yeah.
Because the boy's been drinking.
That's incredible though, bro. You have
right, but it happened over a 5-year period. That's why it's like little gradual shit, you know? Like you don't want to lose a pound a month, right? That sucks, but when you look back at it, it's like, oh shit, over a long period of time.
Over a long period of time I've come a long way.
All right, let's start with this one then.
Let's do it.
This wasn't on the list. Working out, overrated or underrated?
Underrated. Because what I've learned from working out is not only like people may do it to look better. And that was my initial thought, right? I was like, you know, summer's coming up.
You think a lot of people work out for the outside?
Yeah. But honestly, as I started working out and it's become part of my routine, I've come to realize that it does more for me mentally than it does physically. For me.
Yeah.
Because like I've been working out, let's say for 2 months, and like you said, it's like a slow race. Like it's nothing. You know, you're not gonna get big overnight.
Right.
It's gonna take some time, and once you like accept that, you start to enjoy it every day and know that the goal is bigger. So, I think it's underrated.
And also the stress you put on your body kind of sets the tone for your whole day.
Yeah.
I wish I could do what you do and working out in the morning, bro.
Yeah.
But I can't because of my work and shit.
Yeah.
So I usually work out now at around like 11 to 12, that window. And then 3 times a week, I also do jiu-jitsu at night.
That's nice.
So those days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'm getting dragged through the ringer.
Yeah.
Thursdays now have been my like I'm not doing shit, kind of just like.
But you need those days for your body to just.
I do that now twice a week.
Okay, that's
Thursdays and Sundays now. I'm really just like we're on fucking Xbox all day Sundays and shit.
But I also think that like if you're going hard 4 days a week, right?
Right.
Give your body that like rest to relax, because at the end of the day, you could give yourself that day.
Yeah,
two.
I'm kind of a little like crazy with it, man.
Yeah, I
like
know.
I've done 6 workouts so far this week, and I got another one today, and then 2 tomorrow. So it's like my goal now is I got to get 9 workouts in a week. So like I count jiu-jitsu as a workout, and then my 4 lifts, and I'm starting to run again.
Yeah, I work out with Josh like I would say once or twice a week.
Yeah,
and that alone is like 9 workouts itself, because I mean, I don't feel like doing anything the next day after working out with him, but those are actually the days I look forward to the most.
Yeah,
so.
I agree with you on the underrated, man. I think a lot more people should do it. And another question, staying on this topic.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you know more people that work out or don't work out? Because
I know more people that work
out, right?
Yeah.
That's how I felt too, bro. I asked John this because I work out with John now. Shouts to John. He's been on the show a few times. But I asked him that question. He's like, oh, dude, easily more people that don't work out. I was like, really? I was like, I feel like my whole friend group outside of like 2 people don't work out.
I felt like being in the friend group we're in.
Kind of have to.
No, yeah, like I felt like an outsider not working out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying everybody's a power lifter.
No, but
I'm saying that
likes
everybody
to stay active.
Yeah, even if it's people that just run. You know what I'm saying? Like they stay active. Like, but I think more people work out, and even if it's not consistently, they still make that effort more than people that just don't work out.
Christian McCaffrey.
Underrated.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, he's so good. Like, he's really, and I think he's single-handedly like what makes the Panthers that team. Obviously, they need that quarterback, which they got now, but he's what kept them as
sort of relevant. Too.
Yeah, relevant in a sense.
Like,
I was going to say that.
The reason why you were watching them and shit.
And
so
you see what he does on the catching, the running, like the receiving end of things, the running. Bro, you can't even tackle him. He's quick. He got hands like. What else do you need?
Yeah,
what he just
dates Miss Universe. Yeah, it's like perfect.
Like he's, like there's nothing overrated about him, because he exceeds every expectation.
So I also think that this question has to do with where you would say he is as far as running back. So where would you put him like on your list? Like you don't need to go into like
not all time, but now.
Nah, like right now, the guy's playing in the league. Like how many running backs do you think are better than him, or is he the best running back? Like,
I think he may be the best, if not maybe.
Henry?
Henry's a good, I would say, like, isn't he like a good second half running back? Like a great second half.
He turns up towards the
I think McCaffrey keeps it consistently the whole year so I think no one's really on his level. I was going to say Saquon because I feel like they're similar.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Saquon got injured, so he can't. He's not.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. And I feel like the other guy who's interesting, but they don't use him the way those other guys do, is Kamara.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't even.
Kamara's a problem,
you know, it's
bro.
crazy. He wasn't. I didn't even think about him, but
because he don't really like. It's weird, right? Like Kamara kind of don't remind me of a running back.
I just think of him as like a receiver who
guy catches like 9 passes a game, mad targets.
You know what's crazy though? When he gets the handoff though, he makes plays happen. Too.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy what
he's that new like sort of. I mean, he's still a running back. Don't get it twisted. Like he gets more carries than he does catches, but he's that new guy that's like so versatile and like you can. I'm pretty sure he's caught over 70 passes in every year that he's played.
That's impressive.
It's like wide receiver 2-ish numbers. You know what I mean? Like
that's very impressive actually. So would you say that Kamara is like the second best?
So my rankings, this is not including fantasy, which with the running back, there's a lot of correlation between like, all right, how good are you as a player, but then your fantasy also, right? I would say Barkley, CMC are together. Okay. They're my pick for the 2 best running backs in the league. And then below that, I would put the Kamara, Henry. I mean, Zeke used to be in that, but this guy fucking... Go listen to that last podcast Shmeddy was on.
I want to see what he is like next year, like if, like just to see. Because he didn't have Dak the whole... year.
And the O-line was banged up.
Yeah, I mean,
he should be a problem because that offense is going to be nasty.
Yeah,
going to get really, Jarwin back too.
Yeah, exactly.
Dak is going to open shit up. So he should be like, he was solid though. He was mad good, bro. He was my third pick. I was so happy with him.
I remember, not this year, the year before, right? He was pretty.
Not even this year until Dak got hurt, and then it was a nightmare.
Oh yeah, like you're saying you were happy with him up until the point Dak got hurt. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, do me a favor. Let's switch the subject because it still hurts that fucking Zeke did that.
It hurts. That whole season just hurts.
It hurt you too.
That whole season hurts.
I would say though, McCaffrey, man, if someone listens to me say that he's the best running back, I could see them saying that it's overrated.
Really?
Yeah, because it's something where I think everyone just gravitates to the same 2-3 guys, and it would be like a Derrick Henry. I think for some people, they're going to feel the way you do about Zeke, where it's like, you know what, man? Throw him a bone because of what happened last year. And then like Aaron Jones, too, I think is a problem.
He is a problem.
But he reminds me of a lot of Kamara as well, where those guys don't really get featured as much because like you used to have Jamal Williams there and A.J. Dillon. And like with Kamara, we played Latavius Murray that one time, and he scored like the two touchdowns and shit. And where it wasn't even Kamara hurt, he just kind of like
just takes over. He'll get those handoffs.
They were getting the same amount of touches, and we're like, yo, maybe he gets the goal line work, and he just so happened to score.
That's what it was. Like Kamara would bring him downfield, and we'd see him go to the sideline, and here comes Latavius.
Yeah, and then we all paid $8,800.
But even then, that kind of goes to show you why CMC is top tier because. He's doing
off the field,
He's doing everything.
I think the year, not this year because he got hurt, but 2019 when I had him in fantasy, I think he played like 96% of the snaps.
That's insane.
For a running back, it's wild. It's so
What's
wild.
like the average? Do you know the average?
I think the majority of them are like in the 70s.
Oh, so 90s.
90 is elite, bro.
Yeah,
90's rare, actually, more than anything. All right. Next up on the list, I got Ketchup.
Like ketchup.
Yeah, fucking. What else? What else is ketchup?
I don't know. I thought you said ketchup. So
no, ketchup.
All right. Do I think it's overrated or underrated?
Yeah. Like, where is it on your list of condiments?
My favorite is Chipotle mayo, hands down. But I think ketchup is overrated. Just because I only think I like I wouldn't use ketchup unless it was for like fries or a burger.
Right.
Like when else would you ever like I don't use it on eggs.
Yeah.
I don't use it on my hash browns. I don't use it on my home fries where other people would.
Or like chicken, right?
Yeah,
it's
like people
weird.
like you know what people
steak with ketchup is nasty.
You know what I'm saying? So I really only like
for like two things.
For like chicken, like even chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, I use barbecue sauce or Chipotle mayo. Like I'll never, and even some of my burgers, like if I have the choice of Chipotle mayo, I'd go with that.
Yeah.
So
I feel the same way. Like for burgers, a nice cheeseburger, give me some fucking ketchup. French fries, it's on. For sure. I can't eat French fries without ketchup.
Same.
I like I have like issues. I'm like, I can't eat. Even if I'm like starving, I'm like, I can't do this. I need ketchup.
My thing is French fries with sour cream.
Never had that.
Yeah.
I put that Frank's commercial, the hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
Yeah,
I love hot sauce.
I know.
Bro.
I was gonna say you love hot sauce
on my salad, eggs.
A lot of people
everywhere,
do that,
bro.
Not bad, though. But it's not bad for you as well. So
yeah, it's also like it says it speeds up your metabolism. I think
probably
or slows it down. It's one or the other.
Definitely speeds mine up.
Yeah, and it gives it a nice little some spunk taste.
And it's kind of like, if you put it on a salad, it's like a spicy dressing kind of. Like, it's not like a ketchup where it's, like, thick or anything like that.
Oof. When I have other food on my plate and I put ketchup, I try so hard to not get it to, like, touch. It's like it has cooties. I'm like, oof, stay away.
You need your ketchup
like my
in
tomato,
that one corner.
even though tomato isn't ketchup.
Yeah, right?
It just looks nasty to me.
I agree with you 100%.
It just looks 100%. Nasty. Next one, the NHL.
Wait, so do you agree with me? Ketchup's overrated?
Yeah, I think ketchup's overrated.
Great.
Though I'm a fan.
Okay. What were you saying?
The NHL.
NHL underrated.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Easily. Their marketing sucks. Like, they need to, it's a fun sport to watch. Like, but like people don't follow it as much. I think that just says like NHL has to do a better job of really pushing the sport though, because I mean hockey's big in Canada, right?
Yeah, it's the number
So
one
exactly.
sport,
So it's but you have to get it here too, so more people can get their eyes on it. Because I'll be honest with you, Dylan is probably the biggest hockey fan I know.
easily. Yeah, I
Right?
agree with you.
You know, Rangers as well. So he really taught me a lot, you know, about hockey and just watching the Rangers that if the game is on now, I'll definitely tune in and watch it without a doubt. But as before, I would never like. I think it's very underrated. First of all, the game is so fast paced, right? Think about like what's the average? Like I don't even know the average time some like a hockey player plays in a game, but I know it's not like a crazy amount. Think about
I think like the elite, well, not the elite, but like your first, second, third liners. They, for the most part, I think the average time is about a period worth in hockey. So like the 18 to 22 minutes.
So, and how long's the game? An hour?
Yes. So 3 20-minute quarters.
So it's like, and the fighting and getting hit.
And yo, the craziest thing about hockey when you start to break it down that way is your shift is like 45 to 75 seconds long.
Yeah.
Like, bro, imagine if you're a basketball player and every minute that goes by, you get subbed out. You can never get in rhythm. You can't stay hot. If you're cold, you're probably going to stay cold. Like, imagine Curry hits a three, right? They come down, they play defense. They go back up on offense, and he throws the ball to, like, Draymond, and he misses a three. Then they play defense, and as they're bringing up the ball, they're like, yo, Curry, you're out. Here comes the backup. You're going to be like, what the fuck? That's what it is in hockey.
Yeah. And now, picture being a goalie in the sport of hockey. Someone's slapping the puck at you 90 to like 100 miles an hour. You have people in front of the net trying to deflect the, like, it's just.
That's the most frustrating thing about watching those like Ranger, because when the Rangers were like really good in those early 2010s, I was watching all the Rangers, and I still watch a lot of playoff hockey. I'm just not as invested unless like the Rangers are in it. Yeah. But I did watch like the finals last year, and I watched a lot of hockey last year, shockingly, in the playoffs because the Islanders were in it.
Yes.
And Steve and Boss and Ralph are Islander fans, and like Dylan feels different about the Islanders because he's like a massive Ranger fan. He'd be like, yo, fucking delete this from your podcast right now. But for me, it was like cool to see them like be happy and shit. And, like we would go out to bars and watch the games. But with that said, the hockey playoff is incredible.
It is.
Even games that it was like the Western Conference Finals, and I'm like on the edge of my seat watching that. I'm like, why am I so? And the overtime there is crazy.
Playoff hockey is one of the craziest experiences.
And the reason why I even brought that up about the playoffs is with the hockey goalie, how you can literally do everything right, and the puck's gonna fucking ricochet off your defenseman's shoulder, off the guy's helmet, and it's in, and you're like, oh fuck.
What can I do?
Or like a guy just throws his stick out and he redirects.
Just picture just sitting in the net, right? And you have like 3 people in front of you, and someone's slapping a puck right at you, right? Like, how do you see it?
Yeah.
You know?
You don't.
You don't. So like it's crazy. It really is. So definitely underrated. It needs to be. People should definitely tune in to watch some hockey games. Like if you don't, just give a game a try. That's what I did, and I wouldn't say I'm a big fan, but like I respect the sport. You view it differently. It's definitely a very respectable sport.
It's also that, and MMA are probably my favorite sporting events to go to in person. It's crazy.
I've never been to a hockey game.
Really?
Or an MMA game.
Oh.
MMA game. You hear me? UFC.
Well, UFC. Now that they're gonna start letting people in, we're gonna be going. I've been talking to Josh about it. He's like, yo, I can't wait to go. But hockey, man, I wish I would have known because I always get some.
Definitely.
Yeah, I take Dylan often.
I need to go to a hockey game and a UFC event.
UFC first.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Dogecoin, you're paying for him.
Yeah, I got it. I got
it. Sweet at the Garden coming soon. Football Sundays. Overrated or underrated? And how much of it does it depend on how the lineups are doing?
So that's where I would say. So I wouldn't say football Sundays are overrated because a lot of people have a financial investment behind so many either games, players, like there's fantasy going on, like all of that stuff. So I think it's actually underrated because I don't know actually. Now I'm stuck because you could say it's overrated, right? Because if it
I
weren't
don't know
for
about these financial investments you're talking about.
well, it's not
I've
an
never
investment.
dabbled. I've never dabbled in these
Oh, well,
ventures.
I wouldn't say financial investment, but like just even in like a bet, like money or even a friendly bet, like, you know, you have fantasy, you have just people betting money lines, you have people doing everything in terms of football, right? If you were to take those things away, I don't think football Sunday would be the same. So actually, I'm gonna change my mind. It's overrated because you need that to make those Sundays fun. I think. I don't think like me. I look forward to the Cowboys, right? But like if we're not playing FanDuel, like I wouldn't care about Tennessee playing Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? But because I have Derrick Henry in that game or Nick Chubb, I'm watching that game from the first to the fourth quarter. Like I'm not gonna stop. So yeah, I think but yeah, it's overrated. That's it.
You bring up a fantastic point, and that was something that I've been like harping on for years about the hypocrisy in the NFL, because that's exactly it. The big appeal to it is the betting.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the big appeal, but it is a big part
Yeah.
of, if you know, pizza pie.
Yeah.
It's more than half of it is because of your fantasy teams, your betting, your futures and
Yeah.
props and all that shit. That ties into it.
Because how many people do like in general, certain people just hate the NFL for what it is. Like them not caring about the players.
Safety.
You know, like
there were people outraged about the kneeling stuff
everything.
and the protesting.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of things.
Like a lot of people just aren't interested in the NFL itself, right? Like, but they're interested in the betting part.
Yeah.
Which keeps them involved in the NFL. And, you know?
Do you know football's one of the shortest played games in the way you're drinking your water? You know the mic moves, bro.
Yeah, I don't, you see me? Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm fried.
The NFL from snap to whistle, the combined average of an NFL game. Do you know how long it is?
No. 60 minutes?
You said 60?
40 minutes?
No, 60 is like
The
you
whole
know,
game.
4 quarters.
Sorry.
But I'm talking about like the amount of time the ball is in play. Do you know how long? It's a fascinating number.
The ball is in play. 5 seconds.
No, Dick.
2 minutes.
I don't think you understand my question. Okay, so what I'm saying
thinking, this is what I'm thinking, right? You're saying like snap, hike, throw the ball.
Yeah, incomplete. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Now the
That's
combine
important.
all the times in
like-
one game. So the 150 plays in a game.
I'm thinking the
so
one
you
play.
are right though. It's
Yeah,
about
I'm thinking-
5 to 8
I'm thinking
seconds.
one play.
Yeah, maybe even less. Like you get a handoff, gets stuffed up the middle, the play's gonna get blown dead.
But altogether,
But altogether, it's less than a quarter worth of football. But there's the preset motions and the fucking
that's
quick.
crazy.
Yeah, man. So like soccer, the ball's in play all 90 minutes, right? Like the ball is actually moving. In football, it's not. So football is a very overrated sport, and I love football. But football Sundays in particular and everything that comes into it is underrated.
Okay.
I feel like.
Okay.
Because me, you know, spoiler, I love to gamble and the fantasy stuff. But I couldn't agree with you more that the guy in San Diego who's watching a football game on Thursday Night Football or the Sunday Night Football game, a lot of it is because of the betting and fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
Why else would you watch Tennessee, Jacksonville a couple years ago when it was like,
I remember that.
when it was like, damn, I don't even remember who the quarterback, like Mariota and Bortles going at it on Thursday Night Football. You're like, come on, bro, why am I watching this shit?
Exactly.
But you're watching because you got fucking, you might have Derrick Henry,
Someone,
right? Or you have
Yeah.
someone going on those teams,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh shit, I gotta watch now.
And that's like, but that's the key factor that really plays into football Sundays, or just, in general. I think fantasy just makes football Sunday what it is.
The NFL was so against betting for years. network shows were not allowed to talk about like a point spread, and now they have a team in Vegas.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah, they just want the money, man.
That's it, bro. People are so like narrow-minded when it comes to things, and then when they start hearing the word money and how much it can make you, just throw everything out.
Well,
the
yo,
window.
don't you remember we talked about it on the last show that we did with Josh about the growth of DFS, right? Like when we first started playing DFS, no one was really playing that shit.
Yeah.
And then that one NFL season, that week one, I think FanDuel and DraftKings, I remember reading, spent like close to $50 million on advertising. People will remember this. If you're a hardcore NFL watcher and a red zone, not red zone, but if you were watching that week one, it was commercial, DFS ad, commercial, DFS ad, commercial. Like every time it went to commercial breaks. And then they were like, oh, hold on. You're giving out $1 million every week? No. Let's see what's going on over there. Outlawed in New York for like a couple months.
I remember that.
And then they came back because they cut deals.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes, man.
That really is all it takes.
It
was after they came back from that like lockdown where we couldn't do it in New York. That's when it started being the worst thing to ever play. I hated it since then. Like everything before that, or just in general, like just us. Like you said, not many people knew about it, so it was just fun to play. But
yeah,
now,
yeah,
I don't even want that topic just irks me now.
Yeah, it's gone tough.
It does. It really does.
Sweet potato fries. Be
Underrated.
careful with this one because you know old Dirt McGirt loves sweet potato fries.
Yeah, no, they're underrated. 100% underrated.
Yeah,
they taste so good.
Well, I will say this
in the air fryer too.
Yeah, they're underrated in taste because I feel like a lot of people, like even me, I would prefer regular fries to sweet potato fries, but because they're quote unquote healthier.
Yeah.
But they're also fried in like frying pans and there's mag grease and shit in there too. But I think the taste is kind of underrated because people are like, oh, sweet potato fries, those are whack. But like they actually taste good.
They actually taste good, yeah.
But I would always go regular fries over sweet potato fries. If you had the option.
Same. Yeah.
Not worried about like, yo, sweet potato. I'd rather have sweet potato fries because it's healthier.
I get what you're saying, yeah. I would go regular fries over sweet potato.
1,000%.
But it's still underrated.
Yeah.
I think even though they're a little, I mean, also like it's always cheaper to go regular fries than sweet potato fries too. So it's like,
but also the one thing that's whack about sweet potato fries is if they get like saggy, they're nasty. Bro.
They are. They need to be like that nice crunch.
Yeah, it is very rare to find.
It is.
But with French fries, they're always like mad crunchy.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But I still think sweet potato, like 100%, they're underrated.
The Last Dance documentary.
I watched it like 3 times.
I watched it recently. I just finished watching it. I
watch it still. Like I'm watching it now currently. Like I'm on episode 5 right now of it, and it fascinates me every time.
Yeah.
So I think it's underrated because maybe it's because but it is. It's one of my favorite things to watch. Like the fact that it's on Netflix and everything, I just watch it all the time.
You know what's really cool about The Last Dance, and it hit me watching it this second time. You don't really need to watch it in order.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you probably would, but if you have a favorite episode, you could go watch episode 3 that's like heavily on Rodman and him going to Vegas, right? Like that's dope, and it still ties in everything else that goes on. But The Last Dance was so ill, man.
The one that the episode I love the most is probably the one with Kobe, and they're in the All-Star game.
Yeah,
that one is really cool because it's like it shows you how both their mindsets, like they're both wanting to be the greatest, but Kobe's also not afraid to ask the greatest of all time for like advice, like how to, and then they became like best friends after that.
Yeah, the big.
It's cool. Thing. Yeah, it's really cool.
It was also nice to see how Kobe kind of buried I wouldn't say the hatchet, but buried the fan take of like, yo, who's 1v1, 1v1, and he's like, yo, there's no me if it's not for
100%. I love that.
That shit is ill.
It is.
And then it also debunked the flu game.
Yeah.
Remember, he's like, yo, I have food poisoning because of the pizza. So like food poisoning and the flu, a lot of similarities. You feel like shit, but it's also completely different.
Because playing with like having a stomach bug or whatever, and having the flu is, you're like,
yeah.
Like you
could work around a stomach bug, but your flu is
the flu and your like that affects your stamina.
Yeah,
so that is true though. Like how he told us it was about the stomach bug.